Why do you suddenly feel different the moment someone starts watching you? Why does your confidence disappear when people judge you, even silently? And here's a strange one. Why can one small comment stay in your mind for years? Think about that. Out of everything happening in your life, why do other people's opinions have so much power over you? This is why, where we turn simple questions into powerful answers. If you're curious about how things work, make sure to subscribe and follow along. The hidden force you don't notice. Here's the thing. You don't just care about what people think. You're actually wired to care. But wait, that raises a bigger question. Why would your brain design something that makes you feel anxious, insecure, and sometimes even afraid? That doesn't sound helpful, right? Well, here's where it gets interesting. Thousands of years ago, being accepted by others wasn't just important. It was survival. Think about this. If you were rejected by your group, you didn't just feel lonely. You were alone. No protection, no food, no support, which meant you probably wouldn't survive. So your brain adapted. It created a system that says, pay attention to what others think, or you might not survive. And even though today you're not being chased out of a tribe, your brain still reacts the same way. That uncomfortable feeling when people judge you, that's not a weakness. That's ancient survival programming. Reason number 1. We are wired for survival through acceptance. You might be wondering, if that's true, then why does it still feel so strong today? Because your brain hasn't updated. It still believes that being accepted equals safety. Being rejected equals danger. So when someone criticizes you, your brain doesn't treat it like a small moment. It treats it like a threat. That's why you overthink what you said. You replay conversations. You feel embarrassed longer than you should. But that's not the whole story. Because survival isn't the only reason. Your identity is not fully yours. Here's where things get deeper. Think about this. Who are you? Really? Are you the same person alone as you are around others? Probably not. Because a big part of your identity is actually shaped by other people. From a young age, you learned what is good, what is bad, what is acceptable. But wait, who decided those things? Other people. Your parents, your friends, society. So without realizing it, you built your identity based on how others see you. Reason number 2. Your identity depends on social feedback. Here's the truth. Most people don't realize you see yourself partly through other people's eyes. That's why compliments feel powerful. Criticism feels painful. Approval feels rewarding. Because it's not just feedback. It's shaping how you see yourself. And when that image is threatened, you feel uncomfortable. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The brain loves validation. Let's talk about something simple. Why does it feel good when someone likes your post, or agrees with you, or says you did a great job? It's just words, right? But your brain reacts like something amazing happened. Why? Because of dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical your brain releases when something feels rewarding. And social approval? That's one of the strongest rewards your brain recognizes. Reason number 3. Approval feels like a reward. Here's the loop. You do something. People approve. Your brain rewards you. You want more of it. So naturally, you start caring more about what people think. Because your brain says, this feels good. Let's keep doing this. But wait, if approval feels good, then what happens when you don't get it? Let's flip it. What happens when people ignore you, disagree with you, judge you? Suddenly, that same system works against you. Fear of rejection is stronger than you think. Here's something powerful. Humans feel rejection more strongly than acceptance. That means one negative comment can feel stronger than 10 positive ones. Why? Because your brain prioritizes threats over rewards. Think about this. If you ignore something good, nothing happens. But if you ignore something dangerous, that could be a problem. So your brain focuses more on criticism, judgment, rejection. Reason number 4. Fear of rejection is deeply embedded. This is why you hesitate before speaking. You second-guess your decisions. You worry about being judged, even when logically it doesn't matter, because emotionally it still feels like a risk. But here's where things get even more surprising. You're constantly being observed. Or are you? Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like everyone is watching you? Like people notice every mistake you make? Like you're constantly being judged? Now think carefully. Is that actually true? Or does it just feel true? Reason number 5. The spotlight illusion. This is called the spotlight effect. It means you believe people are paying more attention to you than they actually are. In reality, most people are too busy thinking about themselves, just like you are. Think about this. Do you remember every mistake someone else made today? Probably not, because you're focused on your own life, and the same is true for everyone else. But your brain creates the illusion that everyone is watching me, which makes you care more than necessary. So, why does it feel so real? Let's connect everything. You care about what others think because your brain is built for survival. Your identity depends on others. Approval feels rewarding. Rejection feels dangerous. You think people are watching more than they are. All of these combined create a powerful system, one that constantly asks, "What do others think about me?" The deeper insight. But here's the real question. Is caring about what others think actually bad? Not completely, because it helps you connect with people, understand social behavior, improve yourself. But here's where the problem starts. When it becomes too much, when it controls your decisions, when you stop being yourself just to be accepted. Turning point. Think about this. If your entire life is based on what others think, then whose life are you really living? Yours or theirs? Personal reflection. You might be wondering, so what should I do? Do you just stop caring completely? Not exactly, because that's unrealistic. Instead, you become aware. You start asking, is this decision mine or influenced by others? Am I acting out of fear or choice? Final insight. Here's the truth. You will always care what people think because you're human, but you don't have to let it control you. Because at the end of the day, most people are too busy worrying about themselves to truly judge you the way you think they do. So next time you feel judged, next time you overthink, next time you hesitate, ask yourself, is this real or just my mind trying to protect me? Because once you understand that, you gain something powerful. Freedom. If this made you think differently, then you're starting to ask better questions. And that's where everything begins. Subscribe for more videos like this. Because here, we don't just answer questions. We make you see things differently. Now you know why.